It's a terrible feeling to open your RV up for the season and find things left behind by pests like mouse droppings, chewed up wires, or a stash of nuts. Every year, I see RVs with pest problems that could have been prevented. In the final video of this series, I'll show you how to check for signs of pests, what helps keep them out, and where they might be getting into your RV. Okay, now you're probably wondering, how do I know if I have pests inside of my RV when it was in storage? So I'll put some pictures on the screen of things I actually found inside of RVs. You might have to close one eye or squint a little bit, because some can be kind of gross, but it's real life. Now, mouse droppings are one of the most common things I see. So you'll see a little bit of black droppings behind drawers when you pull things out, underneath the furniture, in those areas. Now, if it was squirrels and chipmunks, you're likely going to see piles of nuts and seeds and some shredded material inside of storage compartments. Now, if it's possums or larger animals, and yes, I had some customers with possum issues, I didn't have to get rid of the possum, but I had to deal with it after the possum was there. So they might leave you some presents in storage compartments, which really smell. Might be some chewed insulation or claw marks inside of the RV. Now you're probably asking yourself, how do I prevent those pests from getting into the RV? Well, first thing is, clean up all the food before you store the RV. Even small crumbs can attract mice and other critters. Now you can use some repellents to help deter the pests. I know there's a lot of options out there, plenty of opinions, people that have things that work for them and have things that haven't worked for them. I'll go through some of the popular ones I see out there to help guide you in directions of things that I've seen. Now, the Irish soap is one of the popular ones out there, but I have seen Irish soap chewed inside of RVs. Dryer sheets is also popular. One that I have used is a Grandpa Gus peppermint packets. I have not had issues using this inside of my RV, but I also do the next one, which I think is the most important way to keep pests out of your RV. And that is sealing up the areas underneath of the RV where pests can get in. So areas around jacks, plumbing pipes, wires going through the frame. You can use foam to seal those areas up, sometimes steel wool, block it off with screen. Whatever you need to do to close those areas up so pests can't get up and in, I think is the most important. So let me go around the RV, show you some things in areas where you want to look for, and I'll pop some things up on the screen to give you some more ideas. I get this question a couple times a week. People ask me, what's the best way to keep mice out of my RV? And I'll tell them what I just told you, and I'll also send them a link to this product, which is pond and stone foam. This is what I use to seal up my RV. There's also a pest blocker foam. This one is a light gray color. The pond and stone foam is a black color, which is waterproof and UV resistant. So I found this works great outside of the RV. Sometimes inside the RV, I'll use a pest blocker foam if there's an obvious trail where you have things coming through, like mice and rodents. Now, my RV is sealed up really well, so I'm going to show you some of the areas I've already sealed, so that way you can have an idea where things can come through. But keep in mind, every RV is built different. Some have pretty tight gaps on them, some have some big gaps where those big critters get in. And because mine is sealed up, I'll put some pictures up on the screen of some past customers where there was a hole where rodents were getting in and how I sealed it so you can see the before and after. This is on a landing gear jack. There was little tiny holes around that, so I sealed that with that pond and stone foam. So that way things were tight and no critters have gotten through. One of the other popular areas is where the plumbing comes through the RV underbelly. Sometimes the foam is falling off or the manufacturer didn't put it on really well. So these areas, I feel, is one of the popular spots for critters to get through, because they can crawl up that pipe and go right inside the RV. If you have leveling jacks around the RV, or anywhere there's wires going through the frame, if they're not sealed up, critters can get through. And don't forget about around the spare tire, where your spare tire mechanism goes down. That's a great spot for critters to get into the underbelly. Now if you want to see how this works, I have a video using it around the RV. I know some people will say the critters can chew right through it. Yes, nothing is perfect, but if they have a hard time getting in, they're probably going to go somewhere else, like the neighbor's RV. Now, everyone wants to know what really works. So if you found something that works for you, it has proven results, please comment down in the description of this video, so that way people can see what works and keep critters out of their RV.